In this video, I'm going to explain why magnesium is so important. And as you can see, this is the magnesium product that Anabolic provides. It consists of 400 milligrams per 3 pills. You get 220 milligrams of malate, which is very popular, and it consists of amino acid chelate, citrate, and malate. So if we look historically, it's been known for a very long time that magnesium deficiency is a real problem. This is from back in 2003. And these are CDC researchers. And you can see the title, Dietary Magnesium in a National Sample of U.S. Adults. So you've got women on the left, you've got men on the right, and it's broken down into races, Caucasian, African American, Mexican American, women, and the same for men. And you can see the RDA for men is 420, and no one on average reaches that amount, way low actually. Women, 320, and you can see no one reaches it via diet alone. That's because Americans, of course, live on largely, most calories come from sugar, flour, and refined oils that contain no nutrients. So it shouldn't be a surprise that all Americans are deficient and have been for a long time. Decades, really, probably. And we go back to 1982 shortly. This is it, 1982. You can see symptoms of magnesium deficiency principally occur from the nervous system, skeletal muscles, digestive tract, and cardiovascular disease. Nervous system symptoms often begin with depression, as well as inefficient memory and a lack of concentration. This depression will be mild depression, not major depression that keeps you in bed and basically move towards suicidal ideation. So it's just a depressed affect, lack of memory, lack of concentration, so-called brain fog to some degree with magnesium deficiency. This is 1982. So this is one of the first papers that I found. So you can see how long this has been. You're talking decades. This is a paper that you, rather a online available book. You can see magnesium and the central nervous system, published down University of Adelaide in Australia, 2011, and you can get it as a PDF and search through the various topics. Down below in the notes section, I will provide a link to this book if you want to look at it and check it out. And you can see down below here similar articles: magnesium and stress, magnesium and the athlete, magnesium in disease prevention and overall health. So another title here, I'm not going to read it. So lots and lots of papers on this to the current day. I'm just showing you historically. And there's just more now than there was back 10, 20, 30 years ago. Now the issue is, for very detailed people, they want to know, well, if I've got, for example, depression, will magnesium make my depression go away? And the answer probably is not, because depression and all chronic conditions are multifactorial in nature. So how should we look at this? Well, think about magnesium. Where do we find it? Well, half of it is in soft tissue. Half of it is in bone, so you're talking organs and skeletal muscle. And then less than 1% is in circulation. Now look at, this is 1994. Magnesium, the second most abundant intracellular cation, cofactor in more than 300 metabolic reactions. Look at the title of the article. Magnesium, the fifth but forgotten electrolyte. The attention always goes, supplement-wise, to calcium, and magnesium is, I personally think, way more important than calcium, although, of course, calcium is important for those who need calcium. But most everybody needs magnesium. So here are 3 papers you can see from 2003, 2003 again, and 1997. Look what they said down in this paper. Maybe we should fortify the water magnesium is so important. So all aspects of connective tissue synthesis requires magnesium. So you can see deficiencies associated with. So if you have osteoporosis, it does not mean that taking magnesium will fix the problem, or diabetes. It is associated with the expression of all of these conditions, which you can pause the video and read through yourself and see how diverse magnesium deficiency manifests, and it is due to the pro-inflammatory state created by a lack of magnesium. This is a paper written by the lead author. His name is Jean Durlac. He's from France, and he was the editor of the Journal of Magnesium Research for years, and he was the president of the International Society for the Study of Magnesium for years, which most people never even knew that there was such a society. So in this paper, look at the title, Physiopathology of Symptomatic and Latent Forms of Nervous System Hyperexcitability Due to Magnesium Deficiency. So in this article, you can I just broke it down kind of straightforward and simple. The nervous system becomes hyperexcitable. An example, of course, is pain, being an example of nervous system hyperexcitability. And the cells of the body begin to express a state of inflammation. And when was this published? Again, 21 years ago. This is a review article, which means this information has been known for decades. And too many people run around deficient in magnesium, which can be remedied by taking magnesium supplements. Same article. This is the peripheral magnesium effects related to inflammation. So substance P is involved in inflammation and nociception, therefore pain. Prostaglandin E2, cytokine release, and free radicals. Magnesium deficiency potentiates the release of all of these and a lack of quenching of free radicals. Again, known for decades, and yet people still live with magnesium deficiency. This is about genomic stability. This is, again, 20 years ago. Magnesium is involved in basically all metabolic pathways. Well, 300, not all, but so many it seems like that. Every aspect of DNA synthesis and repair requires magnesium. So magnesium is a huge magnesium deficiency is a huge issue. So how do you know how much magnesium you need? So this came from a paper again by Jean Durlach back in '89. So again, decades. So you basically take your body weight in kilograms and multiply by 6 milligrams of magnesium to get your daily magnesium need. So let's just say I weighed 220, which clearly I don't, but let's just say I did. You divide it by kilograms, so you divide 220 by 2.2 kilos. Now you can see my weight in kilograms would be 100. I multiply that by 6, and now I reach 600 milligrams per day for proper magnesium balance. And that's how you do it. And again, this is the anabolic product that we'll talk about manufacturing in a couple seconds. Quick review of that. So to maintain positive magnesium balance, it was this article from 2001, you need about 1,000 milligrams per day to maintain positive magnesium balance. So our current intake you saw was very low before from that image with the picture. So basically, you can get 200 to 400 from diet. You can take a multi, get 200, and take 400 milligrams per day, and now you hit 1,000. Now I personally, because I run in a sort of a high stress mode, I take a lot more. So I weigh 170, so if you divide 170 by 2.2, my need will be well less than someone who weighs 220. But I take myself between 1,200 and 1,600 milligrams of magnesium per day with no untoward effects. My brother, youngest brother, who's got cervical dystonia, he was taking as much as 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams per day with no digestive distress effects. So you can titrate magnesium up and you will eventually hit bowel threshold. So you just back off, then you kind of get the idea. So I can go up as high as 1,600 milligrams and I don't end up in the bathroom. So simple way to look at it, diet, multi, and then magnesium supplement itself. And you can titrate it up. So you want to check it out. You want to figure out what it is from person to person. Some people, they can only handle 400 milligrams of magnesium. You find out by experimentation on oneself. So in the first video I did for this Anabolic's new YouTube channel, I did a video on the anabolic manufacturing process. I'm going to put a link below to that video so you can look at it, because you'll see why it is wise to choose a manufacturer that goes through all of these processes. So what's much more important than what's on the label is actually what is in the pill, and that is determined by proper manufacturing. And that is why you'll see on the top of Anabolic's website, pharmaceutically made supplements since 1924.